Hey, okay, so the second part of what we're going to talk about today is actual properties themselves, okay? What constitutes a good deal, all right? So, probably the first thing I want you to remember is when you're looking at property, okay, remember there's a couple differences here. The first difference is real property versus, okay, I want to say fake property, but that's not really it. Real property versus personal property, okay? Personal property are things like manufactured homes, okay? That manufactured homes that have not been attached to the ground, okay? Those are people who have to pay for the land that they're renting on, okay? So if they put their manufactured home on land and they have to rent, okay, the land that it's on, then that is personal property. It's taxed separately. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with that. You can usually spot that because it's under about 20,000 bucks. These people can't get financing when you're trying to buy these properties, so that's why you'll see a lot of times they're willing to trade it for cash or a car or something like that. Okay? Real property, on the other hand, is anything that is attached. Okay? So that would be things like single-family residences, duplexes, townhouses, condos, manufactured homes that have had the axles removed, okay? And things like that, okay? Now, it's that type of stuff, okay? The real property that's taxed by the state that people can actually get financing on, okay? And if it comes to property, okay, real versus personal property, the type of property we're looking for, all right, the type of property that ideally we're looking for is we're looking ideally for single family residences, okay, that are older, generally, you know, you're looking anywhere from say 45 to anywhere say 1995, okay? We can work with pretty much anything, all right? But single family residences in this time frame, a lot of times they actually have equity and there's somebody we can actually help, okay? The other thing we're looking for, ideally, is 3 bedrooms, okay? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths would be great if they have it, okay? They need to have a situation where they have to sell, okay? And that's the most important thing of all, okay? Now, I don't want you out there wasting your time and spinning your wheels and getting discouraged because things aren't happening, okay? That's really discouraging and you won't do it for long, and I don't want you to be that way. But what I do want is I want you to get paid. And how to get you paid is to make sure that you focus on only the people who have to sell, okay? When you're looking at Craigslist and when you're looking on the forsalebywowner.com, when you're looking on militarybyowner.com, when you're looking at some of these websites like this, okay, then a lot of people say they want to sell. All right, everybody wants to sell, but you're looking for the person who has to sell, okay? And the more specific they can tell you, the better, all right? So some examples of that, okay? Examples of have to sell, okay? They are, you know, moving because they're getting a job transfer. And they have to be there by May, let's say, right? Another one is they inherited the house and they don't want it anymore. Another one, divorce. Hey, unfortunately, you know, I've been there. It's not much fun, but, you know, it happens. Half the time, people get divorced, and sometimes there's a house involved, and sometimes it's the best way to go ahead and help us out, right? Help them get this property disposed of so they can move on. There's absolutely nothing worse than going through a divorce when you got property involved because things get expensive fast and it's just a mess, okay? Probate, you know, if there is an estate where someone has passed away and they have property, a lot of times, you know, the kids may not want the property. They just want to go ahead and cash out, be done with this, and move on. Then probate, you can certainly find these people. You can find these people if that's sort of what you're wanting to do. You can find these people by going down to the county recorder's office and looking through the probate files and the probate filings. They'll show you how to do it downtown. They're very nice, easy to work with. Okay. You can also cross-reference that with some people in the obituaries. It is kind of morbid, I will admit, but unfortunately, it's a fact of life. We all have to pass away. Okay. Another scenario, okay, a little bit more happily noticed here, okay, is a scenario where, well, let's see. Let me think of something else here. Oh yeah, foreclosure, right? If they're looking like they're losing their home to foreclosure, a lot of times we can help, okay? So there's different ways that we can help. We can help them with an all cash offer. We can help them, by hooking them up with people who can help modify their loan. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to get sold, but it is something that we can help them with. But these are the people that you're looking for, okay? People who absolutely, positively have to sell. They have no choice. It's got to go, okay? Those are the people you're looking for, all right? The people you are not looking for, all right? People you're not looking for. Well, that's pretty easy, okay? Not looking for, okay? People on the multiple listing service, all right? We have access to the multiple listing service. We're able to go ahead and review whoever's there. We have scans seeing that all the time, okay? So if you see something that's on the multiple listing service, chances are we've already seen it, and that one probably wouldn't help. Plus, the agents really are working very hard for their job, and we want to make sure that we don't step on any of their toes. So the MLS is not a really good place to go. Another place that you do not want to really find a deal, so to speak, at, okay? You're probably not going to find a deal on things like auctions, okay? Most of the time, auctions are geared to try and generate more money for a home. In this case, we're trying to pay as least as possible so we can go ahead and make it available to the end consumer, all right, at a very affordable rate so they can buy it and it won't kill them when they do, okay? The next thing we're trying to avoid, of course, is people who are upside down. Okay? And upside down simply means they owe more than it's worth. Okay? They owe more than it's worth. So if they're in a situation where they have negative equity, they're upside down, they have $100,000 against the property and they owe 90, okay? Or I'm sorry, it's only worth 90 and they owe 100, then we're probably not going to be able to buy it for them. But let me know about it because we may be able to refer them off to some people who might be able to help them in that financial situation and get them some help. So if you care about that person, hey, pass the word. We won't be able to pay for that, but we can go ahead and help them, at least help them get, in a better situation financially. Okay. The next person that you don't want, okay, is the angry guy. All right. Angry guy. He's my favorite. You don't want angry guy. He's the guy who yells at your phone, I'm only going to sell my home if I get my price. That's the kind of guy you probably don't want to deal with, okay? Look, life is too short, guys. Why make it hard? If you're going to deal with an angry guy, forget it. Move on. There's a lot of other people out there. You get what you find. You get what you're looking for. And believe that, and you'll find it. So anyway, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you guys helping us out. And if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to give us a call or email us at kkrenzel@gmail.com. Thanks a lot. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.